Alright guys, I am back with my review of this week's episode of MTV's The Challenge Battle of the Seasons, episode 11. I like to move it, move it. I'm not sure why they called it that. But this episode starts off in Africa. They have one challenge left to complete, and the winner is guaranteed a spot in the final. The loser has to go home. So this is it. We're down to the wire. There's only one episode left, and it's the final. So this challenge is the slingshot, and it's kind of like Jackass. One member of the team has to ride a four-wheeler and launch the other one up a ramp into the water. They have to swim towards this bell and then swim back to shore. And the teams with four, they take their best time. Teams with only two just go once. So it was an okay challenge, I guess. Frank has Ashley ride the four-wheeler to launch him. And something happened. Her four-wheeler stalled, they said, and Frank gets no momentum at all. He just goes up and then just falls into the water. So he has to swim this entire way, which really hurt San Diego's time. They probably would have got power team if it wasn't for this. And I don't think it was the four-wheeler, because if it was, surely they would have let Frank go again. So I'm pretty sure Ashley just kind of screwed up here. But Cancun gets sent to the arena. They get last place, and Vegas actually wins this one. Of all the ones to win, this was it. I mean, they're guaranteed in the final now, and they have to pick who they want to face Cancun immediately. So they have no time to think about it. They say San Diego versus Cancun in a strategy game. So that means Brooklyn's automatically in the final too now. So it's Frank and Ashley against Jonay and Derek in the rope game. And it's like a pyramid this time. It's much smaller than the domes they used in Turkey, but still a pretty intense challenge. I didn't understand why they didn't at least try to build up some suspense with, is Frank going to screw San Diego, or is he going to man up and do the challenge? As soon as they announced it was San Diego versus Cancun, during the preview it showed it was Frank and Ashley. Like, they didn't even try to make it have any suspense whatsoever with Zach and Frank. But Frank went in, and I was kind of surprised by this, because if you're chickening out of challenges where you just don't want to get sent home, why do that? Why just man up at the final challenge, the one where you're in Africa, you only have one game left? Like, you would think this is the one he says, oh, I don't think I should do it. But I'm glad to see him man up here. And it's a pretty close game, but it does come down to San Diego beating Cancun. Cancun gets sent home, so Jonay and Derek are both gone now. And this means that San Diego has 4 people going into the final, just like Brooklyn, and Vegas has only got 2 people. So they go back to the house in Africa, they get some new gear for the final, and then they all go and they jump out of airplanes to end the show, which is the start of the final, and it says to be continued. So I guess next week's episode is the last one. It's the big final challenge. And I guess we'll have to see if having 4 people on a team helps or hurts you. And it could really go either way. The final is a huge, huge game. I mean, it is just really intense. No matter if you're in the best shape of your life, these things are intense. And I think there's probably going to be some stuff like build a raft and then paddle it. And for something like that, it would help to have 4 members on your team. But then again, in all of these finals, it's every member of the team has to cross the finish line. And because of that, it may help to only have 2. Because in the preview, you already hear Frank yelling at Sam. And Brooklyn has Devin, and San Diego has Sam. And I think they're going to have to really carry those players just to try and win this thing. But Vegas, I think they have a pretty good team with only 2. So it's really up in the air at this point, but I'm looking forward to the final. It's been a pretty good season. I've enjoyed it. So anyways, that's my review of this week's episode of The Challenge. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this week's episode in the comments, and thanks for watching. Bye.